This is SBC News. Good evening. The police have confirmed that a young man who lives at Poglo was injured by a rubber bullet during a search operation that they were conducting at his home. This information was given during a press conference that the police gave today on this case in particular and other cases that they are still investigating. The Deputy Commissioner of Police, Francis Songwa, says that the raid at Poglo is part of other searches that the police are conducting with the support of the military. He did not want to give further information on this case.
Searches are a fundamental tools or ways of police work. So doing searches, you're looking for basically evidence. CID will do their search warrant depending on what kind of evidence they're looking for. In terms of narcotics, we will do our own searches looking for definitely narcotics and other things related to narcotics. The police is doing these raids and also assisted by the military at occasion. To do a narcotic search warrant, you don't need a search warrant. For the CID to conduct their searches, it depends. Most of the time, they will need a search warrant.
A bill on the method of payment of the 13th month's salary for this year and in the future will go before the National Assembly next month. The first 50% of the 13th month's salary is guaranteed. The other 50% is to be performance-based, and it will be the responsibility of employers to monitor and evaluate the performance and output of their employees. In an interview to give more details on the payment procedures, the Executive Director of the Employment Department, Véronique Bresson, said employers who cannot measure the performance of their employees have to pay their employees their 13th month salary in full. The bill is aiming to make it mandatory for employers to have a performance monitoring and evaluation system to increase productivity in the country. Payment for this year is due in December, and employers who do not abide to the law could be fined 20,000 rupees.
Any workers eligible under the law who are entitled to receive the 13-month pay will receive their payment if they are in employment by 31st of December this year, and the payment is due before 31st of January 2023. So this is under an existing law, so the law will prevail for all statutory deductions. People not eligible to receive the 13-month pay will be the non-statutory workers and trainees under a training scheme. And also it's workers who earn a salary above 45,450 rupees per month. They are also not eligible to receive the payment.
President Wevalrum Kalawan has, upon hearing the passing of Mrs. Florence Benstrong, sent a message of condolence to her family. Mrs. Benstrong was a former teacher, politician and mayor of Victoria. He said that her many contributions to the development of the country is well noted, and the nation appreciates the leading role she played wherever she worked. President from Kalawan, who sent the message on behalf of the people of Seychelles and on his personal name, said, "We mourn yet the passing of another valued citizen." The Supreme Court will deliver its verdict on the 13th of next month concerning the seizure of the Valabji's residence at Mont Blanc. It is to be recalled that the police, through the Attorney General's office, has filed a motion to seize the property under the Prevention of Terrorism Act. It is also to be recalled that a large cache of arms, ammunition and explosives were seized at the residence in November last year. The last time the case was in court, the judge gave 2 weeks for anybody who has interest in why the residence should not be seized to come forward. Today in court, there were submissions to why the residence should not be seized for legal reasons, and submissions too from the couple's daughter, who is currently living in Singapore and who, before this case started, stayed at the residence every 2 months when she visited her parents. The creative Seychelles agency and organizers of the first music show at the Music Stadium yesterday undertook an assessment of the sound ahead of Saturday's show. This follows a proposal from a public meeting held on Monday, and it was done with help from the Environment Department. Next week, a report on the noise assessment will be reviewed and shared with residents during a public meeting. 80 students have graduated from the School of Advanced Levels in a ceremony which was held this afternoon at the Unissé Theatre at Royal. The students received their certificates after completing their 2-year A-level courses. There were prizes for Best Performer in each subject, as well as Academic Excellence Awards for the top 3 performers. The highlight of the ceremony was, of course, the President's Cup Award, which was awarded to Jean-Pierre Barallon.
It was totally unexpected to get this prize. I was in such a shock. Like you probably saw on stage, I started crying a little bit. I wasn't thinking that I would have won such an honored prize. For me, it was definitely studying consistently, and during the COVID time, it was very difficult because some of the teachers, we weren't able to get in contact with them, having that one-person-to-one-person self-taught. So it was more based on self-motivation and pushing yourself forward and just waking up out of bed, looking at a book and studying and saying, well, I want to achieve this goal, so I have to put in all the effort.
Those are our main stories so far this Friday evening. Join us again at 8 for the Creole News Bulletin. Bye for now.